The new season for Median Excel Season 36 has launched, and oh boy, there are definitely some things that we can talk about today. One of them is that the whole theme of the season is pandemonium. It's chaos, it's craziness, everything is insane in this, and it definitely shows in both the difficulty and the clear. The idea was to rebalance pretty much the whole early game, the whole leveling from 1 to 105 mostly, that by increasing the early monster level and decreasing the late game XP, which is pretty much applies to level 90 plus. You're gonna have to level your characters a bit more, but one of the main things that was changed with this season is the whole pandemonium theme, which is pretty much every type of monsters can spawn in pretty much every type of zone, which applies to late game dungeon and rift areas, which is insane, that you will see later on in some videos. Some of the monsters that were placed in some other places are really overtuned and out of that zone's XP, damage, HP ratios, which makes leveling ridiculously difficult at some places. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I've said it on stream multiple times, maybe it's just me. Some of those early leveling zones are insanely difficult, okay? This is not even a question. I'm pretty sure everybody else struggled with it, hopefully. Maybe. I hope I'm not the only one who sucks at this game. There are also another huge difference, which they removed the level requirement for dungeon areas, special zones with bosses in it, for example, the butcher, the optical detector. The farming places, the rifts, have still their level requirements, like for example cows still need level 110, but these places can have the random monsters, as I said earlier, and some of these monsters are not necessarily meant to be uber level stuff, or they are ridiculously difficult to handle. Sometimes the density changes a lot with it. Sometimes there is like pretty much no monsters in the rift zone, which is kind of bad if you want to farm rift zones. Sometimes the monsters are so incredibly difficult to kill or have abilities that cannot necessarily be handled if you are just seeing a huge group of them. For example, K3K is quite frequent spawn place for a monster that can spawn fortresses, 4 towers placed in like a rectangular area, and they all shoot at you. If you don't have any minions or targets like the decoy for Amazon, you're going to die here. They apply the same density as the usual rift spawn would be in the normal season, but you get insane amount of these monsters, and if you get, for example, like 10 of these, let's just say 10 of these, that's going to be 40 towers that shoot at you at the same time with pretty much high physical damage, because these are meant to be like singular monsters that you can avoid. Like one set of towers you can just avoid, and 10 of them, if you don't really have another space, it might be a little bit more difficult. And this is meant to bring variety to farming, so you are not gonna same pretty much the same monster set every single time, like for example in Diablo 3's greater sets. But the problem is, if you get something that you cannot clear, you're just going to reset and get another one. Like there is not a place like, oh, this is incredibly difficult and it's super wasting my time. I'm gonna do it anyway because it's fun, right? That could be an idea, which is a very nice and generous way of thinking, but if it's so ridiculously difficult that you cannot clear it, you're just gonna reset and hopefully for the next time you get something better. That's how I cleared some of my dungeons. I just got something that I couldn't clear and I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm taking 20 minutes and I still don't have my charm, I'm just gonna reset, and I got it in 5 minutes because I got a good rotation. Not sure how we're gonna see this moving on. For example, the more difficult dungeons like Skull's Glen or Faustinville, for example, which are higher level. So if you get some of these ridiculously high level monster combinations or high damage combos or something, I'm not sure how you're gonna progress without just hard resetting every single time you get an undesirable set, but I don't know, you will see. Another funky thing is that we got Bale level requirement down to 110, and you get a special new charm, which is it's quite good. I really like the theme of it. It's a special charm which every few set of levels you can craft it again with itself and get specialized rewards. For example, a Staff of Herding, which is a special unique item, or at level 125 you get a random relic, which is technically you don't lose the relic reward from level 125, but you can also cube the charm with 5 random relics and get another one. So it's like a relic reroll stuff, and it will have some incredible amazing bonuses. Like level 122, if you cube the charm by itself, you're going to get a Goblin Glee effect of 1% on deathblow, Goblin Glee effect, which gives you 777 magic find for 7 seconds. If you're killing a lot of monsters at the same time, that is, I could assume that is going to be having a pretty nice uptime, which having 700% magic find for farming, yeah, that's gonna be good. I can't wait to get that. I'm currently level 119 with, let me just see, 12 hours of gameplay. It's definitely a slower start than what I usually do, but to be honest, in the beginning I was kind of was kind of molding about this. It's very difficult when you have a super easy progression earlier on and the earlier couple of seasons, and now you get this like hard brick wall every day, like I don't know, new zone you go into, which you cannot just kill the enemies instantly that you used to. But honestly, I'm kind of having fun. Is this what Stockholm Syndrome is? Because it definitely feels like that. I'm supposed to be having a hard time, and I definitely see myself having a hard time. I'm not sure how far I'm going to push myself with this, but to a certain extent, I'm having fun. It's well done. Some of the monster combinations are stupid, but I can just reset and play the system. Ooh, I'm playing the system. Ooh, Mr. Hackerman. But yeah, those are my very first impressions of the new season. Can't wait to experience some higher level content with the new charm. And let me know let me know your opinion in the comments below. If you have anything to say, if you're playing along, if it's too difficult, if it's really fun, it's a new concept. And in the next video, guys, see you later. Bye. Also, a very small side note, the channel has just got its first channel member. Thank you so much for the join, and hope we'll get some more. Bye.